All right. We're off again, guys. Currently here at Stockport train station in South Manchester, UK. And yeah, we're off on a little trip. Not an end-of-the-line series or anything like that, just a trip basically. I'm going to London. I have to be down in the south for some work thing anyway. So I thought, why not? It's a big plane. I thought, why not vlog it? We'll turn it into a bit of a trip. We got Ron the drone, we got the cameras. Why not vlog it and see if we can get any interesting shots and places to see down in London. I mean, it's the capital of the UK, so there's going to be a lot to see. Here's an interesting train. Look at this. It's a big old freight train. I mean, if you're watching from America, obviously not big by American standards, but for us that's quite big. Cement, I'm assuming. 2 hours roughly from here to London, and I'll trek across London on the underground as always, and then catch a, I think a southeastern train, but we'll see about that. Might vlog that bit, I might not, 'cause it's not really part of the journey. Anyway, blabbing over, let's get this train. 390016, don't know, haven't got a clue what model of train this is, I'll figure it out. I should know by now, but I don't. We've got a seat booked in F, it automatically allocated that seat. Not a huge fan of that, so I'm thinking I'm going to look for coach D, because it said on the app that was here's coach D, that was actually the quieter one. Not much in it, so let's jump in here. See if we can get an half decent seat. Very sleek, these trains, I have to say. Those things. Let's have a look. It is slightly busy, but not too bad. I think this one will do. Right guys, while we're at the station, let's do a quick seat tour of the seat on this Avanti West Coast train. Seat itself, quite comfortable, quite enjoying it. Very generous wings on the back, so I'm pretty sure if you wanted to nod off, that really wouldn't be a problem at all. Like I say, quite spacious. Down here we've got tray table. Calling out Stoke-on-Trent. That's quite nice, and it slides out. Plenty of room there for working on your laptop or having a bite to eat or whatever. Every seat has a 3-pin plug at the bottom and a USB plug as well. We'll sort it. See it? I don't know the speed of the USB because I've not tried it. I imagine it's quite slow. Probably usually is in trains, but the 3-pin plug obviously is great. I've got my own charger plugged in. Apart from that, the carriage itself, very comfortable, nice lighting, very quiet, and there's quite a few people on, but it's not overly noisy. They do have quiet carriages on the train. This isn't it, I think that's a couple back. so I'm okay vlogging. I hopefully won't annoy too many people. The only other thing I'd say is the train does have free Wi-Fi. I connected to it, it's pretty bad. Insert Wi-Fi speed here, but it's free, it's completely free. You need to register, you've got to give them all your details, answer a short survey about how you think the train is, the usual sort of marketing stuff. But yeah, it is free, so if you're outside of a town, if you're just going through the middle of the countryside at some point in a train, it's good to know you've got that as a backup. Personally, I don't use it, 5G's fine, you know. When we get into more built-up areas, obviously the 5G will just come back on again, so sit back and relax. We are absolutely zipping through the English countryside, as you can probably see. Yeah, very nice. And we'll be arriving in London Euston in probably, what, an hour and 45 minutes now. See you later.
I'm going to get an extra drink.
Okay. I don't need one. No. I've already got one, so maybe that's that, yeah? I was getting confused the rest of that. You were.
So there you go, that was the food selection. Not much, as we said, mainly snacks. They do meal deals, not quite sure what's included in them, but there you go. Right, back to my seat. Actually, while we're here, let's do a quick loo review. Very spacious. These are all disabled toilets as well. So got a toilet down there. Baby changing, of course. Good to see that. Little sink. Emergency buttons and all the rest of it. Pretty good. Very clean.
Right folks, service now arriving into London Euston. Please ensure you have all your personal belongings with you. Take care when stepping between the train and platform edge and do retain all tickets and passes as barriers are in operation here at London. On behalf of myself, the driver and the onboard team, I'd like to thank you very much for travelling on to West Coast today, and do wish you all a very safe and pleasant onward journey from London. London Euston is our final station stop. All change please, all change.
Alright then, that's us. Arrived at London Euston, our Avanti West Coast Pendolino. Got us here in good time. I think 2 minutes, 3 minutes late, something like that. But no problem. Now we just have to navigate, of course, the underground and the worst line on the underground. I think it's the worst line. If you're in London, you take them all the time. Tell me a different one. But of course, that is the Northern Line. Incredibly fucking noisy, and yeah, usually quite crowded. But this time of day it might be a bit quieter. Who knows? Let's crack on. Well, that was a little bit weird. Never come into Euston that way before. I'm assuming part of the entrances are closed. They sent us round to a different entrance. And there was no escalators, either stairs or lift, so maybe some maintenance work or something. But we're inside now anyway, so let's jump onto the Northern Line and get across the London Bridge.
This station is Euston Bank Branch. Change here for southbound Northern Line service via Charing Cross from platform 2, Victoria Line and National Rail services.
So another typically noisy, rattly and pretty filthy trip on the Northern Line. Now here at London Bridge, tube stop going up to London Bridge Station, railway station. A lot of tube stops obviously are in the same place as the actual overground normal rail system for the UK. So yeah, usually a little bit of a maze to get from the tube stop to the actual train stop, but if it was your first time in London, you didn't worry because the signs are actually really good. And if you're stuck, you can always ask someone. Well, that was thankfully the last train / tube of the day. Now I've just got to find my digs. Got a late booking on booking.com, little apartment, which apparently is about 5 minutes away. So let's go. So on, okay. Well guys, yeah, bit of an odd little room, I would say. You have a key code to get into the block of flats, then you have another key code to get into what is called flat 1, but then flat 1 is split up into like 14 apartments, each with its own door. So I don't quite know what all that's about. Anyway, let's have a quick room tour. Come in through the main door, which is just behind me. You've got literally very little here. There you go, fridge. Little tea making things. Bed, obviously. Right by a big window. It is absolutely roasting in here. Telly, little desk area. And then around the corner here, we're having what I assume is the bathroom. Well, that's interesting. Look at that. There's a bath that's just basically had a board put over it. And the shower, which to be honest looks absolutely fine. Clean enough. Yes, it's absolutely not what you call a luxury apartment. But considering it's in Greenwich, and I paid £140 for 2 nights. So £70 a night. Can't really complain. I'm going to unpack my stuff and then decide what to do next. See you in a bit. Good morning, vlog watchers. How are we? Welcome to London on what can only be described as an absolutely glorious day in the capital. I'm squinting very badly because it is extremely bright here. So where am I? Well, I am at Queen's House in Greenwich. Beautiful, beautiful building. Take a look at this. In fact, let me turn it around so my head's not in the way. Even better. The grass is obviously a little bit dead at the moment, but it's been quite hot and sunny recently. Yeah, what a gorgeous building. Interesting building as well. It was built around 1620. And it's called the Queen's House because it was originally commissioned by Anne of Denmark, who was the wife of King Charles I, I believe, as a residence specifically for the Queen. Now, she died, unfortunately, before it was finished, but ever since then it has been primarily a royal residence associated to the Queen's as opposed to the King. So that's why it's called the Queen's House, and that name's stuck. These days it's an art gallery, which we might go in, have a look around. If we do, expect that to be the next bit of the vlog. If not, I'll move on somewhere else. But isn't it nice? They say it's the first building that was purposefully designed to be built in the classical style. So by classical we mean obviously echoes of Greek and Roman architecture, so hence columns, lots and lots of columns. But yeah, it's a beautiful building. The museum entry apparently is free. Behind it, or in front of it I suppose, depending which way you're looking, some more gorgeous buildings. Behind that the River Thames, and then behind that you've got Canary Wharf. Is that Canary Wharf? Yeah, Canary Wharf. Lots of big buildings, lots of tosspot bankers. Okay, let's go and have a look and see if we can get in and see if they let us vlog it. See you in a bit. Hello. I wondered if I could have a look around. Am I okay to record in here?
Recording me?
No, not. I mean,
yeah, that's fine.
as I go around, like some places don't allow it. Not
no,
people, no, just the museum. Just my little vlog.
So it's about 30 minutes. So it's free art gallery, so you can just roam around at your own pace.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so it looks like we start off with a little bit of history. Let's go through to the Great Hall. Very nice. Look at this for a carpet. Tapestry depicts a battle fought off the coast of Suffolk between the English, French and Dutch. Did we win? Well, this, I mean, that is massive for a tapestry. Look at the size of the thing. That's brilliant, isn't it? All right, guys, that was Queen's House. Very nice. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, so that was nice. Probably should get Ron up, have a bit of a fly around. You're not allowed. Well, they have policies saying no drones here and in all the royal parks. So Greenwich Park behind us, where the observatory is at the top, that is a royal park and you're not allowed drones there. But of course that only relates to taking off and landing or operating a drone inside their grounds. They don't control the airspace, the CAA control the airspace. So it's not for any private institution to tell us where we can and cannot fly. So I will leave through these rather fancy gates, very fancy gates, get out onto the main road, launch Ron up and have a bit of a fly around, see what we can see. Well, that is strange. What's going on, mate? Do you know? What's going on? Do you know?
Yeah, they're making a movie here, so they'll do some shooting and stuff like that. On and off different Hollywood and Bollywood movies going on.
Okay. Right, so those 4 helicopters we just saw whirring around right next to each other. I mean, to the untrained eye, that looks bloody dangerous. Like, bloody dangerous. But I'm assuming it's not. They are for filming, that nice security man just told me. He was also now a subscriber. So if you're watching this, cheers mate. Didn't get your name, sorry. That was quite exciting. Now, this is also quite exciting because over here, check this out. This is the Trafalgar pub, which I would describe, I mean, it's a great pub, by the way, right on the river. I would describe it as very flaggy. Very flaggy. And I believe at high tide, it can sometimes flood as well. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not, I don't know. Somebody tell me. Sound off in the comments if you work there or you know. Okay, camera's back out because we're at quite an interesting spot, actually. We are at the Cutty Sark. Let me turn the camera around so you can get a good look. There's actually somebody climbing the rigging at the moment. Rather him than me. I've already done a video on the Cutty Sark, so I won't do another one. Wasn't a great video, to be fair, wasn't a great vlog. There wasn't much in it. I came here to London last time and I did that video with my girlfriend at the time. And we've since split up, so editing the vlog down so she wasn't in it was left me with a vlog that, to be honest, wasn't that great. But anyway, it's fine though. You know, relationships end. I don't miss her. I don't miss her. I mean, you know, to be honest, I'm not sure why you keep bringing her up. Look, just let it go, okay? Look, I've moved on. Look, stop it! Yes, so, like I was saying, beautiful ship. Let's get some more pictures. Okay, so this is quite interesting. Right by the Cutty Sark, over there, you'll see there is a dome type structure here. And if you look, I don't know if you can see it, behind the dome over the other side of the river is an identical dome to this one. And that, my friendly vlog watchers, is not a coincidence. This is the Greenwich Foot Tunnel that goes straight under the River Thames, basically. I think it's the only foot tunnel across the River Thames. In fact, there's a plaque here, a bit of information on it. Let's have a look. It's over 15 metres below the Thames. It's 370 metres long, with an outside diameter of around 4 metres. I've been through this before. It is a little bit claustrophobic down there. Not too badly, but a little bit claustrophobic. 1898, so it's 127 years old. Quite an interesting place. Let's go in. It's free, of course. I don't think people would pay to walk. There is a lift that goes down. And up, of course. We won't use it on the way down because they're just stairs. That's fine. We can go downhill, no problem. Uphill, well, maybe a bit more effort. So yeah, a lot of stairs on the way down. Very cool down here, a lot cooler than it is outside. That inside the metal to our right, I'm assuming that is the elevator shaft. It would make sense. A lot of steps in there, guys. So there are lots of different ways you can cross the Thames. You can get a boat, obviously it is a river. There's a ferry in Woolwich that goes across the Thames. You can just get that from one side to the other. The Uber boats, they're part of the public transport system, I believe. They take you from one side to another at various different stops. You can, of course, there's lots of different tube lines that cross the River Thames in the tunnels. You can get the cable car across. You can get a train across. Or you can simply walk across. And that's where we are now. Not allowed to cycle through here though, by the way, so if you're on your bike, dismount. I think I'll let the action camera take the rest of this. I'll just turn this off and stop talking to myself and see you at the other side of the tunnel. Oh no, vlog watchers. Isn't that just an absolute smack in the tits? Worse, I guess at least I haven't got a bike. There's quite a few abandoned bikes at the bottom there. Feel just like I'm definitely not lugging a line bike. That's one of the electric motorised bikes you can hire. Definitely not lugging one of them up all these steps. I'm struggling to lug myself up. And here we are, as you can see. We have just walked across the Thames without getting our feet wet, which is pretty exciting, I think. The Cutty Sark and the southern entrance to the Greenwich Foot Tunnel underneath the Thames. Right, so we are a little bit out of the way here, having gone through the Greenwich Foot Tunnel, so we need to get back into the city proper, and to do that we're going to go on the Docklands Light Railway, which is part of the London's transport network, but it is not part of the tube network. It's light rail and it's overground for the vast majority of its route. There you go, tap in on there when you come in, tap out when you leave. If you want to know about how to get around in London and how to pay for things, there are a million YouTube vlogs. I recommend watching Loving London's latest one. Jess has got a great video on that. Always good content from Loving London. I might even stick a link in for them if I'm feeling nice. If I'm feeling nice. I've got like 3 subscribers and she's got like 1 million. Yeah, so we'll jump onto the Docklands Light Railway. I say the DLR's not underground, and then look at this. Very much underground.
This is Island Gardens. This is Westbury.
Now, you do have to be careful, obviously, when travelling around London like you do in any big city with a big transit system, I suppose, that you're on the right train. So I was going from Island Gardens, all the way down here, to Tower Gateway. Well, as you can see, the line that you get at Island Gardens only actually goes to Bank. It doesn't go to Tower Gateway. So either West Ferry, Limehouse or Shadwell, you have to jump off and switch across the one that goes to Tower Gateway. So I'll read the signs, I guess. My train's arriving in 1 minute, so that is super exciting. See you at the Tower of London.
This is Westbury.
Next one after this, next one. Another little interesting fact about the DLR, the Docklands Light Railway they're on at the minute, there are no drivers. It's fully automatic, fully electric. Unlike the main tube, they all do have drivers still. These ones don't. So the front of the train just basically looks like that. Obviously there's another carriage in front of us on this instance, but this is what the front of the train looks like. Right, we are at Tower Gateway. Let's get out of here. It brings us out right by the Tower of London. It is 1 o'clock and I am a little bit peckish, so what I'm thinking is probably time to get some food. Now, as you will know, if you are a regular watcher of the vlog, I can't eat gluten, unfortunately. Much as I'd like to, I can't. So I need to find somewhere that's gluten-free and does tasty food. And I just so happen to know there's an Honest Burgers around here. If you know Honest Burgers, you will know they are absolutely delicious. And if you don't know them, if you're in this country, or indeed other countries if they have them, I think it's just this country, get yourself down to Honest Burgers. Like I said, it is 1 PM, so there's a chance, it's a Thursday as well, by the way, today when I'm recording this, so there's a chance everybody's going to be out for lunch from work, so it might be busy, I don't know. I might have to postpone it and go a bit later. Okay, so you can't really see the Tower of London that well from here. That is it. Behind the bus. But what you can see quite well is the Tower Bridge, which is there, which hopefully I'll get some drone shots of later. But if just before you get to there, you take a left, and there's this nice little quayside area, which has quite a few nice little eateries. Pretty basic chain stuff, but nice place to sit down. And it does indeed look absolutely bonkers busy. Lots and lots of office workers out having a lunch. Isn't this nice? Honest Burgers. Right, let's turn this off and see if they've got any seats for me. Table for one. So, excellent news. Plenty of space for me. I mean, it is busy, but not too busy. Ordered myself a burger and chips. Food here is absolutely delicious. And I've also got myself, because it is summertime and it's very, very warm, a little cheeky gluten-free lager. Not tried this before, but I'll let you know what it's like.
One and a gluten-free.
Thank you very much.
Gravy, exactly.
Appreciate it. It's delicious, and my food's just arrived. Let's have a quick look. So lunchtime special for £9.95, you get a smashed burger and chips. Don't be put off by the bun, that's my gluten-free bun. They never look as nice as the real proper bread ones. Bacon gravy, I had to pay extra for that, but well worth it. And the lemonade that gets thrown into the lunch deal. Yeah, it looks really nice, and the view, obviously, beautiful. So let's stop talking about it and start eating it. That was absolutely delicious. So like I say, £9.95 meal deal. When you add on the fact that you have to pay extra for bacon, extra for the gravy, and I got myself one of those little beers. Put all that on, and the service charge came to £22 something. So, not pennies for lunch, but we are literally as central London as London can get. And it was absolutely delicious, so I'm not complaining. Guess where we are? I'll give you a clue, it's one of the most famous London landmarks. I would say probably second only to Big Ben, maybe third to Buckingham Palace. But we are, of course, at Tower Bridge. Not called London Bridge, don't call it London Bridge, that's down the way a bit. This is Tower Bridge. Not as old as it looks, actually. It was built to resemble a much, much older design, but I think it was only built at the start of the Start of the century? Early 1900s? I don't know, I'll check. Insert fact here. But it's an absolutely beautiful building. There you can see just going past it is the Uber boat. I mentioned that before about different ways to cross the Thames. And I have to say, on a day like today, that bridge does look quite nice. Something's clearly going through. Ah, it appears to be a little old paddle steamer. Rats on bikes.